Yo, what's up, everyone? We're back.
Where have you guys been?
One of us is married though, which sucks. So
Lucas?
he's married to the game, baby.
Hey, that's what I like to hear.
Causing Ruckus, Lee, Lucas, and Maddie as usual. It's been a while. It's been like 3 weeks. It's Lee. Lee's the one who's married.
Shit, that's crazy. The crazy part is that someone likes me enough to do that.
It's me, guys.
She,
It's me.
she's dumb. She's making the worst decision of her life. She's so
I've told her that I don't know how many times in our relationship, but
I'm surprised you
girl
didn't
wants to
say,
be crazy. She wants to be crazy.
I'm surprised that in your your words to her, you weren't like you just
My words to her, my vows.
vows. I forgot.
My
I forgot what
words
they're
to
called.
her.
Yo, he's not
You're
wrong.
endearing,
He's
yeah,
not,
you're
he's
endearing
not.
words to her.
You're not okay.
Technically,
You're right. You're
our
right.
words to her.
You
Yeah,
mean
so
more
that's
than
where we
words.
were last week, everyone. That's why we didn't have an episode. Was
In
because we were
Mexico.
in Mexico, yes.
Indulging on strawberry daiquiris.
Hell
A
yeah,
lot
I
of them.
drank like probably, if I had to guess, I would say close to like probably 75 strawberry daiquiris.
Really? No, I'd say
No.
There's no way you
No.
had 10 a day.
Yeah,
yeah,
No,
it's-
some days I
yeah,
had like
it's-
15, bro.
Yeah, he did.
What?
He was constantly double
on
fisting.
on the
Const-
Friday,
Yeah,
the Friday
that's-
before we get the Friday. I guess the only Friday we were there actually. Yeah, every time I went up, we started at like maybe 11:30 or noon. I had at least 2 every time I went up, and
So
we were drinking them
basically-
fast.
I bet
Yeah,
you what happened was
that's
when you were
fair.
going to Mexico, your mom was like, make sure to eat some fruit while you're there. You're like,
Yes.
no problem,
Crushing
mom.
daiquiris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, so you maybe had 75 strawberry daiquiris. How many strawberries do you think you had
Yeah.
out of your 75 strawberry daiquiris? I'd say maybe 4.
Yeah, the rest of it is like not
Syrup
even
and shit.
strawberries.
No, it's not strawberry. You maybe had 4 strawberries.
There's an orange liquid that goes in it sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. I don't know if it's orange juice, but it might be.
MSG.
Emma says we look tanned. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm rocking the chain tan, 2 chains.
You know what's-
as Mark would say. I don't know if
You
can
know what's
see it.
funny about that? And I know Lucas is going to go into a story about it, but just to prelude all that, Lucas was away for most of the week. Okay, a little more background story. Lucas was with us in Mexico, obviously, for my wedding. And Lucas and I worked together. Lucas was away for most of the week. He came back on Thursday. And when he came back, for a split second, I looked at him, in my mind, I was like, damn, he looks tan. And then I was like, wait, duh, he was with me in Mexico. We're all tan. So
I appreciate you
I
guys
had a
noticing.
little stupid.
Because when I went to work on the Monday, so obviously 3 days prior, they're like, dude, did you even tan while you were there? Like, did you avoid the sun? I'm like, bro, I'm burnt. Like, just give me a day and it'll look good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yo, you on the Friday before we left, 1, you were smashed, and 2, you were definitely burned. That is-
Me?
yeah.
How could you tell? I'm pretty sure I had heat
which
stroke,
one?
bro.
Which
Yeah.
question? How can I tell to which question?
Both. Like, I probably had heat stroke and didn't know. Because I was like, why am I so drained off of like one drink? Like, I'm dying.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm still technically dying right now. So.
Dude, even I got burnt there. And I don't ever get. I think I've only gotten burnt one other time in my life. So for me to get cooked out there, that sun was no joke.
We had like really good weather. It was
Perfect.
cloudy, like maybe the trip like what 3 hours out of the whole day, like the entire time we're outside in the sun, like on the resort at least, because when you guys went away I heard it rained, but on the resort I'd say like 3-4 hours most throughout the whole week that it was cloudy. The rest it was like pure sun, like not even a cloud you could see in the sky.
Yeah, it was fucking
So
perfect.
funny enough, too, every time Lee or I went, because we both went on excursions, it rained during our excursions, but then we talked to people like, didn't rain here.
Yeah, it didn't rain at the
So
resort.
the resort was just protected by a barrier,
It
dude.
didn't rain on my excursion.
Did not? I thought it did.
Wow.
Or I mean, maybe I was literally underground for like 80% of my excursion, so maybe it did, and I just.
Danielle, so person who went with Lee, said that it had rained as well.
Oh, okay, so maybe.
Mini Mac said Lucas is a little more lobster than tan.
Yeah,
So
I
wait,
got
so you
killed.
didn't- Why,
I
didn't,
think-
why
so-
didn't you go to work, Lucas? The first
Yeah.
what happened with
Sorry,
that?
before we jump to that, when you boil lobsters, do they just get tanned? Like when they turn red, they're just
Yeah,
tanned.
just tanning. Yeah,
Okay, sick. Okay, I just want to make sure.
that's
When
what happened
they're
with Lucas.
screaming, it's
he
not
was
'cause they're
sitting in the
paid, 'cause
water
they're
in the
excited.
sun. It's like
Yeah.
the same. It's the same
Yeah.
effect.
Same thing.
So I went to work Monday, the Monday after we had returned. So basically, wait, after actually, this is kind of a timeline here.
Okay.
So we came back on the Saturday. Okay. I came back and it was my brother's birthday. So as soon as I landed, we had like sushi and all this good stuff, like everything I wanted. I was like, perfect. We're back from Mexico and eating more junk food. Next day, dinner with my father's side of the family for my brother's birthday again. We just ate like shit.
My father?
And I
Why
was like,
so formal, dog?
so Monday I went to work and I was like, damn, like on my way to work, I'm like, yo, I feel like shit. I feel like I've just been eating shit for like a week and a half. I need to go on some heavy diet. And boom, I engaged in the most hardcore diet ever. I got the stomach flu, baby. So halfway through my shift at work,
Is the
found out I
stomach
was
flu
not
the
feeling well,
diet?
just dipped. Yeah, it's the diet.
Nice.
Yeah, the diet of just shitting your brains out for 3 days and eating nothing. You'll
Yeah.
lose weight. You will lose
Yeah.
weight.
Calorie deficit, the ultimate one.
Insane.
I'm gonna make a cookbook.
Here's where I want to I'm going to drag Lucas a little bit because it's actually really funny. So we're re-implementing our Sunday shift team. So honestly, based on the work schedule, since our schedule is Sunday to Saturday, they would technically have to work Monday to Friday. They get Saturday off and then they start their Sunday shift and they still got their 2 days off for the week. That's how it should be. But me being a nice boss, I was like, tell you what, guys, I'll give you a half day on Friday. Anyone who's starting the Sunday shift, Lucas being one of those guys. Lucas goes home half day Monday. He's home Tuesday. He's home Wednesday. He works Thursday. And I tell him, hey, you guys are starting Sunday shift. I was going to give everyone a half day on Friday. He's like, okay. Come to work Friday. He's like, fuck it. I worked enough this week. I'm going home half day too. And I was like, you bastard. You worked like a total of 2 days this week.
Yo,
what are you going home
it's also
for a
because
half day?
I'm sick. I'm dying, but
Oh,
also
yeah.
we literally had nothing to do at work. Like if there was something to do, I would have stayed.
There was stuff to do.
Fired.
There was
I just
plenty
baited
to
out the
do.
whole team. They're all fired. Christina said also lobsters scream when they die, and I'm pretty sure Lucas was screaming on Friday.
Wasn't that
Pretty sure
debunked though? Don't they actually not scream? It's just the air escaping from their exoskeleton.
Isn't
From
that
their
maybe
shell?
that's a lobster's version of screaming? How do you know that's not how they
Hey,
scream?
I thought
right?
Lee was good.
Could you technically count a fart as a scream from your butt cheeks?
It's a butt scream.
That's what I'm gonna start calling it, bro. A butt scream.
So I got a butt scream.
I ass
Oh.
screamed. I ass
Ooh.
screamed.
Yo,
Ooh.
there's definitely some farts that are butt yelling because like some people just
Oh,
release.
yeah. I like it. I like butts.
Speaking of which, that actually happened. So everyone, so it's
Someone
Kel,
yelled out of their butt.
It's
Yeah, what do you
Kel,
Where's it going?
Jacob, Jake, myself, and Nikki. We're all sitting on the couch downstairs, and Jacob's like laying in this weird position, and he literally like leaned on the couch and like exerted himself to like rotate so hard that he literally like farted. He was like.
Why did I decide to take a sip when you're telling this fucking story?
No, he immediately like burst out laughing, and everyone was crying because we couldn't believe that like it was like one of those videos when you can tell the overexertion of what caused it to happen. And he was so embarrassed because you could tell because he was laughing so hard, his face was so red, bro. It was like Nikki almost Peter Pan. She was laughing so hard.
She almost Peter Pan?
Yeah, she just flew out the window.
Oh, that's hilarious.
No, whenever I think of Peter Pan, I always think of that murder doc, Night Stalker. Is it the Night Stalker? So this is not supposed to be funny, but like basically one of his murder victims was a guy, and when they called him out, they're like that's
They didn't call him out as his name.
No, but like they called the wife's name first. I think it was like Jane Pan. And he's like, and Peter Pan. It's like, what? And they kept saying his name. I'm like, he took him to Never Everland. Yeah.
Yo,
I'm like, this guy will never have a serious like. No, we'll talk about his death seriously.
That's a perfect segue for me. Thank you, Lucas. Speaking of murder documentaries, anyone who's into that kind of shit, I know Matt and I agree on this. Anyone who's seen Mindhunter, fantastic show, amazing, incredible. Lucas thought it was boring and didn't even finish it.
Weak ass fucking take,
Fuck
bro.
that guy.
Yeah, and then
What
the
is
cancer
that?
was so sad, bro.
So sad. That show is amazing. Anyone who hasn't seen it, watch that shit.
I just watched an older movie that. Fight Club. The guy he's the bigger guy. Not the main...
Meatloaf. Wait,
is that
what do you mean the bigger guy?
like the
What are you
taller
talking about?
guy, like the more stocky guy between the two main
Edward Norton.
No.
don't
I'm
remember
talking.
who's-
No, I'm talking in Mindhunter. not the main
Oh,
guy.
yeah,
his partner, the other cop.
Yes, Bill
he's
Tench.
he's one of the main characters in Fight Club.
What? Who is he?
He's like one of the main grunts. Like the main, like he's in like a bunch of scenes.
No.
When I was watching, I
way.
was like, whose face is that?
I
And then
think you're
clicked
wrong.
it. No, it's him.
I'm gonna look up.
Is he actually? Is it actually him?
Yeah, it's actually him. Yeah, I looked it up after because I was like, "Who's that guy?" And
Oh.
then I looked at his, IMDb. I was like, "Oh, that's."
Oh, it was him. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, interesting. I do not remember.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it is. I gotta find which dude it is. He's here somewhere.
See it on the main list.
No, he's here, bro. Trust me. Look it up. Maybe look it up the other way. Anyways, I don't.
Yeah, that's true.
What
Yeah,
is the
look up
other
his
way?
IMDb. Look up him.
Look
Find
up
his
him,
IMDb.
you
And
can
see
see
that
that
he's in
word.
Fight Club. Yeah, that's smart.
What's his name again?
I don't know the actor's name. I just know he played Bill Tench in Mindhunter.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Awesome show. Awesome show.
Yeah, I can't believe Lucas he didn't, and that will be a point we'll come back to because we were talking about it when we were gone, and we're like we got to save that for podcast. But just to get your brains prepped, we're gonna talk about. Do you think you could get away with murder? But I think there's a few other things we're gonna talk about first, and the one
Sure.
I was talking about was I saw this on Instagram and I laughed so hard. So Drake was at the Toronto Raptors game, RIP Raps, that they lost. They're out of the playoffs yesterday, but he was with his son Adonis. And one of the top comments was, "Yo, Pusha T saved this kid's life," because before Pusha T's diss track, for anyone who doesn't know, Pusha T had a diss track where he basically it was like a secret that Drake had this kid with. Was she a stripper or something? Or
I don't know. I think so.
anyways, it was like people didn't know about this kid until Pusha T brought it out, and ever since then, this kid
He's
is now
everywhere.
a bigger. But I'm like,
part
is it
of Drake's life.
coincidental or do you think is that the truth? Do you think
No,
if
Drake
Pusha
saved
T
that kid's life.
didn't no
sorry,
Pusha T.
T. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Pusha T
I was
saved
like,
that
oh
kid's life.
shit, that's
Yes.
probably true, bro. Do you think you would have just let him be or been more secretive about it for far longer?
I feel like before that, Drake's relationship with him was that he'd walk in the door and throw his coat over him. You know what I mean? Like you walk in and throw your coat over the couch and he'd just drape it over his son and just kind of not pay attention to him. But then Pusha T kicked his ass and he was like, "Fuck." Time to be a
Ask the kid to
father.
put the coat in the
Yeah,
closet for
Can
him.
you hang this coat up for me? Yeah, exactly. It's big steps.
So yeah, I laughed when I saw it because I was like, "Fuck, that's some truth." I think there's definitely some truth to that.
I mean, I don't want to spoiler alert or anything, but that kind of reminds me. Is anyone watching Moon Knight?
Mm-mm.
Lucas,
buddy.
I know you're caught up. That's actually, to me, I think it's one of the best Marvel shows right now because I think the story is just so good, and it's not about action or anything really. It's just a good story, and Oscar Isaac is slaughtering that role. Yo, dude is.
I don't really know what Moon
killing
Knight's
it.
character is supposed to be like.
So watch the show, you'll find out.
Oh, Emma said Drake's whatever she is, baby mama, I guess, was
She
a
was a
porn star.
porn
I think.
star.
I think.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to circle back to this. The actor's name is Holt McCallany, and he was
Okay.
the
He
mechanic.
is.
He's the mechanic in Fight Club.
Oh,
But he's in
interesting.
a ton of scenes. I was like, yo, that guy's face looks so familiar. He isn't. I mean, he hasn't aged a lot, which I don't know if that's a good thing considering. Probably back then, the fact that he looks like he does now, is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
I don't.
He looked like he was 40 when he was 20 and then just stayed there. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That
Versus,
movie's
I
that
guess,
movie's pretty old.
1999.
Whoa. It's pre-millennium? I didn't know that.
Years.
I thought it was maybe early millennium, but okay, pre-millennium. That's wild. That's a good
Nikki,
movie. For anyone who
Nikki, if
hasn't
you're
seen it.
watching, tell everyone what you thought of Fight Club because we watched Seven first with Brad Pitt.
Also
as well.
a
We
very
did a
good movie.
back-to-back Brad Pitt movies, I guess.
Yeah, two
and
good
she
ones.
loved Seven. I love Seven. And then
Seven's
I don't
great.
think she was as into Fight Club. And I was like, yo, Fight Club, when you find out it's the same guy, she was like,
This guy
Oh.
just
I was like,
spoiled
what do you mean,
the
oh?
whole ass movie. This guy just spoiled the
no,
whole
if you haven't
ass
seen
movie.
Fight Club yet, come on, bro. It's,
Yeah, no,
it's
yeah.
from 1999.
Yeah, you too. That's true. That's like me spoiling Jurassic Park. Come on now.
Wait, don't tell me they get out. Please don't tell me they get out.
The T-Rex is the same guy. What?
T-Rex in there
Yeah.
in the movie?
Yo,
I thought they were going to examine turtles, bro. What the fuck?
Here's my qualm with 7 though, and a lot of people don't agree with my opinion on this. I don't really like Kevin Spacey's performance in it.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty good.
I thought he was very. I don't know.
What's in the
Just-
box? What's in
Okay,
the
that-
box?
That scene was also kind of. Meh.
It's like-
But it was overall a great movie, and like each of the sins done so well, like
Do you-
cringe, like
yeah,
oof.
yeah, really, really well
Whoa.
done, that part. Yo, do you think if that was a charade guess for the movie, the whole like the scene where he like pointing the gun, and then he like turns away and then like points the gun back, like do you think?
Oh, I could
people
get it. I would get that like that. Like what else? What else is it? Of course, it's 7. Absolutely. Have you seen that movie, Lucas?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, dude,
dude,
watch
you
it,
gotta
watch
watch
it.
it.
It's
I'm trying to
That's a
look
good
at it.
movie. That's a good movie.
Even
Yeah,
what
okay.
we just talked about, like you wouldn't
Didn't
really have
spoil
spoiled
anything.
it. Yeah, yeah.
No, it
You
didn't
should
spoil
watch it
anything.
though.
No, it said it confused the fuck out of me. I have no idea what you guys talking about.
Watch it. Really good.
There's a box?
Okay.
Is
Fine,
it the
Matt.
lo- is it lotion in the basket?
Matt, without spoiling anything, if you had to pick one of the sins, which way would you want to go out?
Which way would I want to die?
Yeah. Like if you had to, if you were one of the sins.
Yo, envy.
Envy. I'm trying to remember which one that was.
I can't. I'll spoil. Yeah.
Can I choose one?
Oh, was it the lawyer?
No. Envy's one of the last ones.
I don't remember that one.
Okay. Anyways,
Well,
what about you?
That's bad on me because I asked you the question and I don't even remember all of them. I'm trying to
it's
remember what
fine.
they all were. Okay. Let's run through the 7 sins and I'll run it through my head. There was
Lucas,
gluttony.
can you tell us the 7? Oh,
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
do you know
Yeah,
the
yeah,
7
yeah.
sins as a
Of
Catholic
course,
boy?
of course. So gluttony, obviously
Yeah.
the niece.
This guy's
Johnny
looking it up.
Johnny Sins is the dad, and he basically has 7 industries, the 7 Johnny Sins categories of porn. So
Uh-huh.
there's obviously Asian, anal.
That would be a hilarious spin on that movie.
I don't know. I have no idea how to explain it, but I do know Johnny Sins is in it.
And
that's
Kevin
how I'd like to
Spacey
go
could
out.
play him because he's bald.
Is that why you didn't like his performance? Kevin Spacey was just like,
Exactly. I gotta see what envy was. I'd probably pick gluttony.
No, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I was still kind of.
Yo, what are you guys drinking? Lucas, what kind of alcoholic beverage are you chugging out of that bottle?
I decided not to go to the store in time. I missed my shot.
So
So
what are
I'm
you...
drinking Coke Zero and vodka. It's
Ew.
not that great. Yeah, it sucks. I know.
It's okay.
I have one
It's,
left of these though.
it's got to be better than the vodka drinks you were drinking in Mexico. Because those were fucked.
What?
on the-
legit?
On
Yo.
the like the last, so just for everyone's reference, on the last night, let's say you have a glass this big. Oh, it's disappearing. Like probably to where it is with Coke, if not higher, was pure vodka in Lucas's tumbler,
and
and then he
a
would like
splash, of
splash
color.
it with like lemonade or whatever the hell it was.
So what happened
Wow,
was I tipped this guy five US because that's all I had, and he made sure that I paid for it. Like he thought what that meant was I want stronger drinks. I'm like, no, I'm just saying thank you for bringing out
Yeah,
the
because
blender.
we'd go and
3
order like
times.
8 strawberry daiquiris at once.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I felt bad. Like this guy was busting out the blender. I'm pretty sure he broke a blender by the time we were out.
Well, because you also got one in a tumbler. So that's pretty crazy.
So I got one in a tumbler, and legit, there was like, let's say if this is the vodka bottle that he brought out, legit, it was like here left, and he's like, "Why don't we just finish it?" And
Yeah,
he legit did this,
Crushed it.
and you just see it like go down all the way down the bottleneck and everything. I'm like,
I
God,
think he
this
was
is
gonna stop,
horrendous.
and then he saw how much was left, and he just like left it.
Yeah, he even went, and then the guy on the side looked at him and said, "Oi, oi." That's how you know it's bad when one of the workers says "oi, oi." You know you're fucked. So
He was gonna start singing that Danze Kudro or whatever the hell that song's called.
I now know who Envy is. Sorry.
God, bro. Really?
And yeah,
It's been
you're
that
right.
long?
You're
Yeah,
right.
that's the
That's,
way to go.
that's the one. 100%. That's the one. Yeah. You're right.
Seven, check it out if you haven't seen it. Go check Seven out. You can stream it illegally somewhere online.
Pretty sure it's on Netflix, but yeah, you could.
No,
stream
is it? I don't know. I canceled my Netflix. Too
Yeah, I'm pretty
expensive.
sure. Yeah, it's getting kind of nuts.
Too expensive.
I want to share this note with you guys. So, like a couple weeks ago, I made notes of things I wanted to bring up on the podcast, and I wrote them so vaguely that I was rereading, and I was like, "What in the fuck was I talking about?" So this is exactly what my note says. It says Bill Gates poop water. What the fuck was I trying to talk about? Legit.
Is there an article or something about it?
Yeah, so I think he was like working on this technology where it was like a specific toilet that would like filter and incinerate your doo-doo and make drinkable water out of your feces or something like that. So it was turning feces into drinkable water, which was like insane for any of these impoverished countries that can't get clean water.
Those articles.
I don't know where.
2015.
I'm sorry.
There's an article about this
It's
from
from 2015?
2015.
Yeah, so I don't know where it's at. I don't. Maybe it's a dead project. Maybe it never saw the light of day. But
It's a
when I
shitty
saw
idea.
he would have lost our inventions episode. No, whatever. I was like, yo, Bill Gates is up to some wild shit. That's wicked.
Yeah, would that have been? Would we have had to go back on that if someone brought that up as their idea? We're like, yo, that's so stupid. But then it came out later that like, oh, Bill Gates thought of it too. Like, does that automatically make yours a good invention?
100%. 100% it makes it.
Yeah, if any of our inventions actually get created by someone else, do we also call property theft? Like that's we pitched on
Copyrights,
we have proof. Yeah.
Hell yeah, we sue them.
We'll do a trial and I'll shit on someone's bed if I have to. I don't care. Like,
I've been watching a lot of Better Call Saul, so I will take him to court. Hell yeah.
Amber Turd.
I've been watching a lot of Johnny Depp trial, so I know to object because it's hearsay at any point in time. I'm ready.
That's right.
Did you see that clip of the lawyer of Amber Heard's lawyer like calling objection, but it was his own question?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So funny. And then even the judge was like, "Oh, it's your own question. Go ahead." like
what? How are her lawyers such a shit show?
Is it just because?
Yo, it's all for publicity, bro.
No, I think it's because the defense is just so strong. Like Johnny Depp, everyone that he's brought up has absolutely destroyed her. Like,
do you think
made her seem not credible at all?
No, I don't think
it's Tiger. Oh, go on. Sorry, go.
Sorry, I was just gonna say I don't think it's about the defense being that strong. They're just doing some stupid stuff. Like, regardless how strong the defense is, some of their approaches are just whack. And it's like, are you guys trying? Is she paying you guys? What's happening?
Is it whack, or is it that the defense just knows how to counter everything they have? Because that's how it seems. That's the point where now they're shuffling.
The fact that their lawyer fucked them, like,
I feel like some of their
calling an objection on himself is like, fuck, who does?
Yeah,
that?
I feel like some of their attempts on their own is just.
Well, you know why though? He called the judge because he wanted a yes or no answer. As soon as the guy giving context, he's like, no.
Stop.
That's not how we do things in court. I just want yes or no to fuck you over.
Yeah, exactly. It's wild. What were you gonna say, Matt?
Do you think they're gonna do like a Tiger? You know how they did Tiger King, like a remake of a documentary about Tiger King, but it's not the real actors. You think they're gonna do this with the trial?
Did they do that?
You guys didn't see that come out? Yeah.
No,
I don't know if it's out yet.
What?
It's
like a mockumentary.
Yeah, about Tiger King. It's like, who wants to watch that? Like, you go watch the original.
What's the thing?
If they released it like 6 months after Tiger King, they would have had a shot. But anything more than that, no one cared anymore.
No, even 6 months after, you'd have to do it before Tiger King came out.
I just remember the meme because it's like the start of the pandemic, and it's Donald Trump like whispering to the security, he's like, "We're getting fucked out here. Release the Tiger documentary." It's like their ultimate distraction. It worked. If that was true,
that made the start of the pandemic just that much better.
Yeah.
Everyone's home.
True. Everyone.
Here's something to watch.
Everyone, like literally, I knew watched it.
You had to for the memes. Like I feel like with most shows, if you don't,
keep up,
get caught up with the memes, like you're like, fuck,
you're missing out on like everything going on in the world.
Yeah. The apparently. So I don't know if it's. Okay. So, some of this stuff I don't know if it was true, but I saw like trailers for it. But it's called like Kate McKinnon is supposed to be. I don't know, but
Saturday Night Live, right?
Andy Dick is supposed to play Joe Exotic. Yeah, like it was like
Andy Dick is playing Joe Exotic. That's pretty funny.
So
is it supposed to be like a scary movie type thing where it's like a
no? It's supposed to be like real. Like Like it's all the stuff that wasn't covered in the documentary. But it's like, bro, the documentary covered everything I was interested in, or I'm pretty sure like everyone.
How do you
would have
know?
been
How do you know
interested
you're not interested in the stuff that it didn't cover? You don't
Yeah,
know.
it didn't cover the sex scenes.
in.
I want to see the sex
Wait,
scenes.
with the tigers?
Duh.
I bet you he had a tiger rug in his room.
Oof, probably
That's pretty crazy.
a tiger thong.
Yo, what are you guys drinking?
I'm pretty sure you had one on the show.
What are you guys drinking?
Yeah, you asked us that, and we just ignored.
No,
Nah,
Lucas
I-
answered. It was only Lucas who answered.
Oh, sorry. Bourbon. I still got some bourbon to drink. So
Yeah, I'm drinking rum.
You see,
and Coke.
I-
I'm back
you
on the
talk-
rum train.
you talked shit about my glass that one time, so I made sure I brought my nice glass today.
Yeah, I'm starting to buy all my glasses and stuff with Kellen. I'm moving out in 2 weeks. Yo,
Yeah.
I bought these shot glasses that are in the shape of skulls. I was like, bro, that's so badass. I was like,
Yeah, I
shopping.
seen
was like,
those.
those are sick.
That was sick. Yeah, that's cool.
Speaking of shots, yo, the shots, the same. So this is all the same day. The same day Lucas had those crazy ass, like 75% vodka drinks. This guy got like a triple shot. When you asked for what? You asked for one?
Yeah, I asked for a single shot.
Those don't
vodka.
exist in Mexico.
I was like, can I get a
Don't
single
exist.
shot and of vodka and pineapple juice? And he said yes. And he looked me dead in the eyes, poured a double shot. So like he flipped it to like the bigger shot glass, filled it, and as he was pouring it, he poured more with the bottle. Like did one of these.
Oh yeah.
Looked me in the eyes and put it down. I was like, you fucking
Yeah,
asshole.
and then Davey also got a tequila shot, but Davey said when he took it, he had to like hold
Gulp,
it in
you
his
like-
mouth and gulp it. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I'd instantly puke if I had to do
Yeah.
that with a shot. That is like my recipe for puking.
That's,
Yeah,
See you
yeah.
later.
So that's the other thing. When we asked for actual just shots, just Davey and I, I'm pretty sure it was like a double and a half. Like it's.
oh, they're triples, easy.
I had
Easy
to go-
triples.
yeah.
Disgusting, dude.
I didn't chug it. You didn't chug it. It wasn't a shot. You were chugging a
Yeah,
small.
your mouth
a
is
small
your
cup.
mouth is full of alcohol. Yeah.
It's like doing
Did
the
you
blowjob
immediately
shot.
have that like you know, after when you get that, like you immediately like just keep swallowing and you're like, oh god, I'm gonna puke.
That's why you have to have a lime.
No. Breathe. You have to.
A lime wedge.
No, or you
No,
gotta like
no.
sometimes I need like 5 and then I'm good.
Yeah, you just gotta take it. It's almost like a brain freeze or like a big migraine. You just be.
Yeah, and I'm
Hey,
like,
just,
yo,
like,
you can't
you
talk
stare
to
off.
me. You can't talk
Yeah.
to me right now. I'll puke.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
happened
give me a
actually the night
moment.
of the wedding for me. It was right after I ate. I tried to drink too fast after, and immediately I was like sitting there. I was like, I should just go puke, and then I did. It was it was very watery. It was gross. It was like picture like a pitcher, or let's say you put in a blender like 3/4 water, and then a little bit of like the pulled chicken that they had. So the color was
Ugh.
like a weird, like like that faint.
I fucking
color.
hate. I hate that you had to describe it, bro. You could have just said.
I can
there's
imagine.
90% water.
But yeah,
can
it was coming. I was like, like that's what it said.
He's reverse
And-
drowning.
And I was like standing up like this, like away from the toilet, so I wouldn't get it on my pants. Still got like a few splashes on my pants. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding?" And then I come out, I'm good. I have some water, and then I get grab another drink, and then Troy comes up to me. He's like, "Hey man, was that you in there?" And I was like, "Yeah, I wasn't. I think I drank too fast." He's like, and then he saw me with the drink. He's like, "Whoa, dude! Like, way to rally!" And we cheers. And
Yeah.
then that was the night.
Yeah, I'll give you kudos. You always puke and rally. Once I puke,
You
it's
rally like a
like,
champ, man.
I'm out. Like, but it takes.
I don't
a
know the
lot for me to
last
puke,
time.
though.
The last one, I don't remember the last time I puked before that night. But it wasn't like I was super lit. I was obviously the most lit on the first night we were there. When
Yes,
for
you
all of
were.
you that don't know, I fell dancing. There's a video of it, and
We're gonna
I
post
s-
it. We're
I
gonna
s-
post
I
it.
sprained. I think I sprained my thumb because it's like still sore today. I can't like grab things with it fully yet. It sucks.
He has to masturbate like this.
Yeah. No more. No, I did. It's more like this.
Oh, sorry. A little drum roll.
Yeah, it was. I remember too. I knew I was drunk because I looked at my messages. I told Nikki, I was like, "Oh my god, I broke my phone." I was like, "I think I may have broken it. It's so painful."
Oh,
And then I woke
man.
up in the like, I scared the shit out of Alex. I was like,
Yes.
I was pretty peaceful when I came in. He's like, you literally came in and was like, "Yo, Alex, good night." He said he got up like all startled and shit.
You're such a horrible roommate.
Yeah.
You're such a horrible roommate.
Yeah, that and
Yeah.
then like me waking up at like 7 o'clock in the morning with like the shits. at the end of the trip. I'm like, sorry, bro. Like, I can't help
Alex said
it.
that, Alex said that you'd literally just wake up and just hear like a war zone in the bathroom. He
Yeah,
said he
and-
thought it was artillery.
And
The cartel's here. The cartel's here.
and the other thing was I had a cough like in the middle of the week, so I'd like wake up at like 7 a.m. and like cough every like 10 minutes.
Oh, you're the fucking worst.
I hate when that happens.
And for
but
me,
yeah.
because it's 7 o'clock there was 8 o'clock here, so I was like,
Yep.
I was like, I could get up and be up, whereas Alex was like, yo, I'm trying to sleep until like 9 or 10 there, and I was like, sorry, man, like I can't help it. So I think there were like 2 mornings where like I just got up at whatever time and showered, and by that time, like I'm like, this guy's got to be awake. Like I'm showering and shit, blowing up the toilet. I'm like, sorry, bro. And then but he would still be in bed, so I would just leave and go like grab breakfast, see if anyone was grabbing breakfast, and yeah, I just left him there. But otherwise, we made a pretty good couple. We did everything together.
Yeah, you guys did make a good couple.
We were like always together.
You guys did. Yeah, you guys. That was a good partnership for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There was one morning where Emma was doing her hair and makeup trial, and I had to go meet with some people just to like cover off some stuff. And so like I was wandering around by myself, and I think I was messaging you guys, being like, "Yo, what are you doing for breakfast?" Yeah, I did, because I think I
Yeah.
had breakfast with you guys, and then I had to go do other stuff. I felt like such a fucking loner in those moments. I'm like literally walking around this entire resort, and then the person I went to meet was late, so I'm like standing there by myself, like just kind of like waiting, and like there's just like gangs of people walking around. So I'm just like, I'm such a fucking loser by myself. But yeah, no, that's just me being jealous about you and Alex always
Yeah, always being
together
together.
for each other. Yeah, man.
So yeah, so I ended up getting a new phone. Coincidentally, the phone that I was waiting to get came out as soon as I got back, the OnePlus 10 Pro.
Oh, nice.
So it's the first
You see
OnePlus
it.
phone I've had. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. No, you can't see it.
Sick. Yo, that's sick.
Oh
man.
wow, an invisible
That's
phone.
Nice.
But for those of you that don't know, what happened was right before or in the middle of the trip, all of the chargers stopped working, and I kept getting notifications on my phone saying like, there's either water or moisture or debris in your charging port. You can't plug it in. And like this is where like at home, all of my chargers except one are wireless. Like I don't really use wired chargers at home. So I was like, why the fuck didn't I just bring a wireless one with me? Like I don't know why I didn't think about that. So then I had to like thank God, shout out to Androids and Lee for having reverse charging capabilities. Lucas said he had it. Actually false. iPhones
I said
either his
I
does.
think I had it.
Lame. What a
so
shitty.
I had to-
phone.
I didn't
basically-
promise anything.
I had
What
to
a
basically
shitty
like
phone.
reverse charge my phone for like the last 4 days of the trip, which was brutal because one, it takes forever from another phone. Like it's which
Yeah.
obviously like it's cool, but yeah, like it's got like who's realistically using that in like that's got to be the only scenario that you're doing.
Yeah,
that.
when you're in a pinch. Yeah, only when you're in a
It's like,
pinch.
no other time would you be doing that. But it's great that they had that because like if this was like 5 years ago, I would have just been screwed. Like my phone would have just been
Yeah,
dead
you'd
the
have
rest
fucked.
of the trip.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rive Can app for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'd
which
been
don't
stuck in
really use
Mexico,
for
bro.
anything.
Speaking of that though, his he didn't get the proper stamps on his
Oh yeah, that's
immigration forms anyway, so he had
Yeah, I had to go to immigration for them to restamp my passport, or not my
Really?
passport, but the
That's
the ticket
Declaration card thing.
Yeah, they had to restamp it,
Oh wow.
and I was like, oh god, I was nervous.
Interesting.
But I just
So-
blended in. They thought I actually worked there, so
Did you? Was there a moment where you thought that would explain there being water or some kind of debris in your phone? Like, did you drop it in the pool?
the only
Like, was
time
there any moment?
I think was my phone when we were by the pool. It had like a canopy, the canopy one near
Yeah.
near the beach, or quote unquote the beach, we'll call it.
Like the heaven
Um,
side, the heaven one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had like left it on the stairs, and I think someone's drink spilt. And I remember like Barb and stuff, and them were like moving phones around, and I had seen them like move mine up, but I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
Because what was weird was the first couple days after when I charged it, it didn't charge, but it didn't die. Like I was saying, it was like stuck at like 1%. And then I came home and I literally used like this bottle opener. Yeah, it's not gonna let me fucking. So like this, it's like a screwdriver at the end. I literally like played around with the inside, and it started working. I was like,
Yo, you'd be surprised at
So
how
why'd
much
you get a new
lint
phone
that's out there.
well, because I've been waiting for the OnePlus to come out.
Oh, you
anyways.
just wanted to get the phone anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair.
So shout out to the Telus dude. So TELUS has this like plan where it's called like Bring It Back, which I wish they had years ago. So it's basically like you pay for the phone for 2 years, but then at the end of 2 years, you can either bring it back to them, and you don't pay anything, and you just get a new phone or whatever, or you buy out the rest of the value of the phone. Which I'm like, oh, that's perfect, because 2 years is like, by that time you probably want to upgrade anyways. So I was like, that's kind of a cool model, because then you're paying extra for it while you have it, but then if you don't like it after 2 years, you can swap and then start new. So mine expires in 2.5 months, so I did it a little early. So I just like, yo, bro, I'm just trying to bring it back, and he's like, yo, honestly, he's like going through the process. He's like, hey man, he's like, these are two different departments on our team. He's like, what you can do if you want. He's like, if you call them and tell them you want to buy out your phone, you pay the balance, which is like, let's say $300. He's like, but right now your phone has a trade-in value of 500. He's like, so if you trade it in, but then bring it back, he's like, you'll basically have a credit of like 100. And he's like, the trade-in value is like a credit card. He's like, so if you pay $320 to buy the phone, but then trade it back to TELUS, he's like, you'd get a credit of $500. He's like, and you basically like have $120 to like do whatever you want with. And I was like, oh, I'm like, yo, I appreciate you telling me that. He's like, but then you have to like send it in and shit. And I was like, yo, just to avoid the hassle, I was like, just do it, like, just whatever. Like, I'll just trade it in or bring it back. I don't owe anything anymore, and I'm not selling it or whatever. He's like, yeah, that's cool. But I was like, I appreciate you telling me that. Like, that's cool.
Yeah, I dig it when people actually care, like do proper customer service like that. Like,
yeah.
I ain't trying to swindle you. I'm trying to help you.
And he understands, right? Like TELUS is like these phone companies are like billion-dollar industries. It's like, yeah, exactly. it's no sweat to them for $100.
In Canada, like, they're the most monopolized in the world of all the countries. We get screwed here.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm getting used to the OnePlus, but yeah, shout out not to TELUS, because I had to buy it from OnePlus because they don't hold it. So.
You know what? As an Apple boy, I'm thinking of switching off of Apple finally for my next phone.
I don't like iPhones.
I've had iPhones since the first gen iPhone, the first smartphone.
The most interesting thing about Android is that, like, because each of their brand has their own UI over top of Android, like how a Samsung looks and operates can like drastically change versus like how my OnePlus runs. Like, a lot of the core functions are the same, but a lot of the UI looks different. There's obviously like Samsung apps versus like OnePlus has their own version of apps. So like that's the cool thing, because it adds like a lot of like customization per se. But yeah, like everyone I know that has left iPhone has never been like disappointed about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I really miss is what iMessage and FaceTime. But now you can get apps for FaceTime, and iMessage, you have WhatsApp and all that good stuff. So it's like
you also just WhatsApp video chat. Like,
yeah, the other thing too is like, I know with the Google Pixel and I think OnePlus, because they use Google's messaging app, like it's called Messages. It's treated like iMessage, where it's like it can use Wi-Fi, and you can see like when I'm typing to you and stuff, and when it's red. But as long as the other people have like another Google device or Messages quote unquote device, so.
And the MSN Messenger lives on.
Yeah, MSN Messenger.
I was considering getting a new phone. I'll have to do some homework.
Yeah, I've heard the Google Pixel Pro 6 Pro is like dope. When I had the Pixel, I never had issues. The Pixel was dope. And I like Google's UI. And they get, obviously with it being a Google phone, they get all the newest Android updates first.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, there's some good perks there.
Yeah.
What's up, Kempo?
Kempo, what's up, dude?
Does he have facial hair?
Sometimes. Sometimes he'll have a beard. Sometimes he'll shave it. Most of the time it's shaved.
What color hair do you have, Kempo?
Lee, how do you think he looks best? Facial hair, or no facial hair?
I think he can rock both.
Yeah, you think he looks smoochy either way?
I'm more used to seeing him clean shaved, and he looks, I mean, as good as that face can look. So
yeah, out of 10, like, what would you say? I'm putting you on the spot here, but
well, I say no. I think Kempo's a good looking guy. I think he's a solid 7.5.
We can't have him on the show.
Yeah. You'd steal the thunder, Kempo.
I can't get him any higher, because then he'll get suspicious about all the times we've rolled. So
he's like, I thought that was a banana in your pants.
Nope.
Special gi.
I'm trying to think if I had any other. Lee, did we
How to
cover
get
all the
away with
things you made?
murder? I thought
Oh
you
yeah,
guys
that's
talked
our
about.
big point. But dude, I know we had all made. We all said we had like things that we were going to talk about.
Yeah, I
beforehand.
talked all about my side notes. Yeah. So you want to just jump into that then?
Yeah, Lucas, do you have anything else or no?
No, I was going to talk about more about Mexico, but I know it's really hard for me to talk about what people obviously can't experience.
Wow, bro, we'd call.
But
me.
okay, how do you guys feel about like? I don't know about you guys, but as soon as I got home and unpacked, I don't know if you guys like smelled your clothing.
Absolutely.
I washed
But it
everything
just
right
smelled
away.
like the Mexican air, like the humidity, just
I
like
love it.
stuck right
I
to
love
it.
it.
Mexican air.
I love it.
Yeah, I washed like literally all of my clothes as soon as I got home.
Yeah, I did all my laundry right away.
Yeah, and now I'm sad because I don't know when I'll wear a lot of those shirts again.
When
Maybe
you
in the
go
summer
away,
or in
when
the
you go
summer.
in
Like I'll wear
November.
them to work.
Yeah.
People are like, "Oh, you look so vacation." I was like, "Bro, my life is a vacation,"
Boom.
and their minds blown why I'm so
What is-
laid back.
What does Post Malone say? He says, "What you call a holiday, I call another day."
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there you go. That's the life.
there it is. That's your motto.
Yo, shout out to MattFan6969 getting married this weekend.
Oh, hey!
Yeah, we're
Congrats! What the
we're
hell?
copycat.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
get your own thing. That's my thing. Wait, are you trying to have a life and a family? Loser.
Where'd he go? To a Mexican restaurant?
Taco Bell.
Just try to do like a little piece of each of your trip.
Yo,
He
was
also
it-
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Good
Yo,
to
Lee,
know.
was it you and I don't know who else was it Greg when we were at the bar with that other guy and remember we were saying that you like had just got married.
What other guy?
Like the random guy that
Oh,
wasn't in our
yeah,
group,
yeah,
and then he's
yeah.
like, so did like the sun rise a little lower today because I guess it was the first day after the wedding.
Yeah.
You know, the sun didn't
No,
rise
that's what
as
I told
high.
him. That's what.
Oh,
That's what
you
I
said.
told, yeah, because he asked me. He's like, how's the married life? I was like, yeah, you know, like day's a little dimmer, the sun doesn't shine quite as bright, and he was like, ha ha. And I was like, yeah, okay, sick.
Yeah, you
man.
can make those kind of jokes now, right?
Absolutely. My life
Is
is
that the
over.
only reason you got married? Was actually for that reason?
Yeah, just to make those jokes.
The
Just a joke about me having a miserable life.
Lee, let's do shots. Let me go check with the old ball and chain over there. Start walking.
Exactly. I just want to say shit like that. It's funny. The other day, we were hanging out, me and my wife. I can say that now. It's kind of weird.
My wife and I. Fucking idiot. You can't say it like that.
I can't say it ever.
So stupid. My wife and I were hanging out, and we were just kind of reminiscing about the trip, but you know, because it went by so quickly, at least in our perspective. And she was like, "Oh man, you know," she's like, I really like you." And I was like, "Oh yeah," like we're just joking around. Obviously, and I was like, "You want to get married?" And she was like, "Nah." And I was like, "Okay, bitch, fuck out of here."
Just rip your vows.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Her and I said like, "Yo, I was like, I gotta reread your stuff, or if you want to read it to me, because her vows."
You read your vows to each other before?
I'm sorry.
Before
No,
you
I'm
guys
saying
got-
after. No, I'm
Oh,
saying like,
after.
when we got back. I was like, I would like to either read your vows or you can reread them. Read them. No, because I don't remember anything she said.
Mhm.
Like I was just so in the
Well,
moment.
you're married. You don't actually listen anymore, so that's
That's-
how it's supposed to be.
That's what it was. As soon as we were up there, boom, husband mentality kicked in. I was like, what are we getting the drinks?
You're like, I
Do
gotta
you
get
hear
fat.
that noise? What's that sound?
Wah 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 wah. Ah, yes. This is the life.
Oh man, I
Do you remember
had like
anything
a
about the wedding at all?
Huh?
Or were you just also blackout right after? So you're also a blackout husband? So you really didn't remember anything?
Like,
yeah.
what
That's
do you
racist.
mean?
You can't say that.
yeah.
No,
I'm
one of
tan.
the funniest things after it's called the ceremony when you guys do the was that the reception? I always get mixed
Reception
up.
to the party.
The party
Okay,
is the reception.
ceremony. So after the ceremony, when we're taking photos,
Yeah.
and he said, "Look up at the drone," was probably the funniest thing a photographer could ever do. Because what he did is he had us lined up in such a spot where he put the drone was right between us and the sun.
Literally,
So
we're all just
literally, there's like a little black machine just blocking as much of the sun as possible, like a lunar, like a solar eclipse. Sorry, like a solar eclipse. He's like, look at the sun. We're like, hold it. So everyone was like, oh fuck. Everyone was just like, shit.
In some of the pictures, I'm sure you could see smoke coming off people's eyes.
I can't wait to see what those photos look like because everyone's. I saw like some people trying to take some pictures with my grandmother, and the wind was blowing because we're on the beach the whole time, and like the wind has her hair like blown like in her face. She looks like Justin Bieber, and like I was looking at other people's like just like phone pictures of it, and I'm like, yeah, no one could have fixed my poor grandmother's hair. Like, come on, no one told her she looked like Justin Bieber.
Like, oh my God, Justin Bieber's here.
Nanny Bieber.
What's your granddad do? He's just like watch. He's like wrecked.
Idiot.
Wrecked.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. That's what he did. 100%.
Maybe he didn't even know it was her because of that.
Yeah. Whoa, Justin Bieber's here. That's what...
That's just one of these skater kids here. One of these
Beat it, you
TikTokers.
rascal. Beat it.
Get off
Definitely.
my lawn.
He thinks he's at home. Oh goodness.
Oh man.
Yeah, but also that dance floor was mad hype.
Yeah,
So-
that dance floor was sick, bro. We need to get that. Yo, maybe I'll see about renting something like that for my mom doing my 30th. She said she's like I want to book your weekend, the Saturday. So like, okay. She's like, I'm throwing like the biggest party I've ever had. She's like 100+ people at it.
Oh.
I was like, whoa. I was like, I don't even know 100 people.
Yeah.
But,
There's gonna be like 25. Like, we tried. We tried, guys.
these are all your friends. That's all. That's all
awesome.
you have.
No, I
want to
was
get
looking
one of those
into it.
dance floors. Those are sick.
Yeah, I was looking into it when we came back. 3,500. You get a whole last dance floor like that, and I was like, that's not bad.
How do you power them? Was there like a cable that was plugged into it?
There's probably a cable. Yeah.
Mm.
You probably
Solar
drank
power.
power. There's one. Yeah, that'd be sick. But yeah, that dance floor was hype. Again,
Yeah.
I'll post videos and stuff on our
The
profile. so-
LEDs are cool as shit.
Yeah.
Almost as cool as those LED things that the fire people had. Those
Lightsabers?
were remember those? It was like
They changed.
two
Like
s-
it's sick. Yeah.
and the patterns, some of them were like lit. I was like, bro, that is insane.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
And
Yeah,
then-
for-
You know what?
Lucas-
Though someone.
what are you calling them?
What do you call them?
No, I'm not saying it, but
What do you call them? What'd you call them?
no.
What'd you
thank
call
But
For context, we watched a fire show while we were there, and
Yeah.
And there was
Dancing
like a
with
group
Fire,
of
and
girls
in
and a
between they
group
had-
of the guys that were
in between Dancing with the Fire, they were dancing with
Right.
these like LED sticks, and they're doing like really cool shit for sure. What
And
did you
then
call them, Lucas? Tell us.
you call them LED sticks, but at one point this guy just brought a metal fucking cube and set it on fire. I'm like, what the fuck is he gonna do with that? And he just started swinging it for like 5 minutes.
And
And
it
I
was sick.
I was like, this guy just found a random object in his home. And he's like, this seems flammable.
Babe,
Let's
do we need
fucking
this?
Do it, baby. Yeah.
Babe, do we need this?
She comes home, she's like, where's the side table?
It's still there. It's just burnt to crisp. What happened to the
Just the
side?
frame.
Yeah.
The frame.
What did you do?
Yeah.
Or
So
you think
Hector!
she went to go place her glass on it and it fell right through. 'Cause it's just the frame left.
honey, where's
Guillermo,
half,
what did you do? Guillermo.
where's half of the baby's crib? I set on fire and spare around my head yesterday. I'm sorry, babe. It's for the
Check
money.
this out, babe. Check this out. It's spinning.
We're talking about how the fuck do they practice all that shit?
That's all I was thinking about when I was watching the show. I was like, damn, what does practice look
They
like?
use
with this?
lightsabers, so if they fuck up, it'll cut their hands right off.
Yeah, they did some cool shit.
Yeah.
Did you guys get any footage of that? Because I did.
Oh,
Yeah, because
lot.
our room,
Oh,
at
perfect.
mine
Yeah, you
and
guys were
Alex's
right
room was
there.
behind it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we got to see the back scene of like how they put it out, not the back scene, but the back scene. The
so
back
quick. That was so
scene.
good. I still don't know what you're saying. Are you talking about the vaccine? I don't know.
Maybe. I
yeah,
don't know.
between every skit they did a vaccine shot in the back to get pumped.
There's a lot of people here. Oh goodness.
They switched out their masks. That's actually why they did the fire, to kill off the germs around them.
That's it. That was the whole purpose. Yo, also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's this one girl who's like doing the hula hooping, like the fire hula hoop, and she was killing it. And then there was one part where they had the two girls, and the other girl just wasn't as good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
I
could
was like,
tell, yeah.
This poor
Yo,
girl has
the
to
other
compete
one-
with this other girl, and the other girl's
the-
killing it. She
That
had to
one
go around
girl
her
was doing it like
face.
around her knees. I was like, how do you hula hoop like that?
Yeah, I know. It's
Like
nuts.
I've
The
never.
other girl was doing it normally like one of those third graders, like, and she stopped really fast. And
Well,
we're gonna say, like, do you think she has like we can't because we can't see the front of their costume? Do you think it has like an in training sticker on that one?
Yeah, that'd be so
For
funny.
them, she didn't even have real fire. They actually just taped on like orange ribbon all the way around, so it looks like fire.
And there's little LED lights underneath it. Yeah.
Safety.
Oh, it's so good.
Imagine they should run around with a safety vest on top. Go, girl.
Yo, but still, the girl had a hula hoop that was on fire, and she was doing it around her fucking head. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's nuts.
How do you? Excuse me. How do you be like? I want to do this as a career. Like, I don't want to be a firefighter. I don't want to be a fire starter.
You think the firefighters hate them?
You know
Do they fist them?
How do you think they got El Diablo on the Suicide Squad? He was the leader of the fire ring.
That's
and
true.
they just took him. But yeah, like they are part of the Suicide Squad. They got recruited from
We don't talk about that Suicide Squad. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, it's only the new one that was good with Peacekeeper.
Yeah, the second one was actually very good.
Yeah, really funny.
James Gunn, what do you expect?
They redeemed it.
Okay, so are we gonna get into
yeah, let's talk about murder. So I guess the question is,
wait, really quickly. A good way to murder someone is just hire them as fire hula hoopers and just let them do their thing.
That's not murder.
Are you sure?
I mean,
it's
maybe.
intentional, isn't it?
I suppose. Sure.
So the question is, do you think you could get away with murder
in today's society?
I said no.
Today's technology.
I don't think so.
I think you could.
There's too much tracking on everything that I own that it would be very suspicious if all of a sudden, like, none of my stuff.
Sure, I think obviously people are gonna find out you got murdered, but I don't think they're gonna be able to trade. Like if I were the one.
Why would I get? What do you mean I got murdered? I thought you said could I murder someone?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying as the tracking stuff for you being the victim.
No, me being the perpetrator. No way.
So you leave your shit at home. You leave your shit at home.
Yeah, but then I don't have an alibi because they'll be like, "Where were you?" I'll just be like, "Oh, I'm at home."
At home. Yes, that is your alibi. Check my phone. I was at home the whole time.
Would you then leave your phone at home? Like, what if you needed to call someone while your murder was going south? Like, what are you gonna do?
You were right beside the victim's body. Yeah, because what if I needed it? What if I needed to call someone?
Yeah, this is one of the things that you plan for.
Use a disposable phone if you really need to call 911 in case you fuck up.
What about your phone? What about your car? Your car's got to have location in it, right? Especially the newer cars, I think, do.
Yeah, so don't use your car.
So, like, what? You're borrowing someone's car?
Taxi?
I would say use your car. I would say use your car.
How the fuck are you gonna get a taxi without a phone?
Get cash. A taxi?
How the fuck are you gonna get away with it in a taxi? Do you have a fucking witness right there?
You're right. That's a bad
unless you're killing the taxi.
That's a bad example.
Unless you're killing the taxi.
What if that's the guy I kill?
That's the victim.
You know how I do it? Mexico, 11:59. Kill a taxi driver, hide his car into the bushes, run back to the resort, board the touring bus. I'm gone.
What?
Flee the country.
Where are you going? How are you getting back into Canada?
Going back
with
home.
What, your passport?
Yeah, like I'm packed. Like Christina has all my stuff. She's waiting for me.
With a flight that you booked, so they know you're in Mexico.
Yeah, that's right. But what's the chances that it's me? I was boarding the tour bus at the time.
I was gonna say, I think the biggest key to it is it has to be a complete rando. There has to be zero ties. It has to be. There can't be any ties between you and the person.
Yeah, but then but then how do you?
Sorry. Before we go any deeper into this, I would like to rewind and preface this with: we don't condone this. We're not trying to give you guys.
No. We were talking. How did it come up? Because we were talking about.
Because we were talking about murder documentaries and how some of
back in the day, like in the 70s and 80s, it was far more prevalent than it is now with serial killers because like the technology has just advanced so much. It's like
a bit of a deterrent.
You just can't do it, without getting caught.
I think you could though. I think you could.
And that's why. Sorry, that's what stemmed us to talk about this. Yeah, we obviously don't condone killing people. That's fucked up.
The other thing I was thinking though is like, and this was a while back, like whenever I'm driving to my brother's place in Kitchener, I take like the country road when I get off the highway. There's two ways. There's one way we could go through the city. There's one way you could take a country road. I always take the country road because it's a nicer drive. But there are these just giant open fields and forests. Who the hell is going to find the body if I put it in there? Who's going in there?
Yeah, but then what are the odds though? The problem is the risk with that is you risk that if you're the only car on the road, and like, what if coincidentally they're like you pass a cop on, like you can't plan for that. Like, yeah, there's never gonna be a cop on that road, but what if the one night you do it, and then all of a sudden, fuck, now I can't pull over because it's way sketchy that, you know what I mean? That there's a cop on this road too.
Yeah,
You'd
so
be
well, then
fucked.
you take a detour, go down a different road, circle back. You got ways around it.
I don't know. It's just being alone like that. I feel like the risk if, like, let's say you're out, you get out of your car, whatever, doing whatever, and then a cop rolls up because your car is pulled over, then you're fucked. Like, what are you doing out here?
Taking a
But are
piss,
you being
bro.
suspicious, or you just say my car broke down?
Yeah, but then there's like, can you start it? You start.
Yeah,
Fuck.
pull the spark plug. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah, it's true. You could start it off that way. Fuck your car up itself. But the thing is okay, let's say you plan for that and you say, okay, got the body in the trunk, I pull over, I pull my spark plug. I mean, I guess you can fix it, but let's say you do something that's
What if it
not
doesn't?
so easily.
Yeah,
That's my
but here's the
point.
thing: you
Is
can't
you now
bring
need
your
to call a
car.
tow truck. You
No,
need
but
now
you
need to call a
can't.
tow truck.
But
You're
you don't
fucked.
have your phone because you didn't bring your phone.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. That's my point. Is so sabotaging your car to give you a reason to be pulled over isn't gonna work.
And
Yeah,
then,
I'm
and then you also, when you bring your car again, Lucas, I know your car's new enough that you could track where it is. Like, I can always see where my car is.
I would leave all my belongings at home. There's not a single possession of mine that can be tracked that I would take with me ever.
So how the hell are you?
I'd have to figure that out. That would probably be the hardest thing to figure out.
What's the
it's
point? Let's
biking.
figure that out. That's the whole point.
But,
of
okay, but like
you know, bike.
but
Wait,
you
you
also
know, double the guy on your pegs?
No.
No,
He's
but
gonna
here's
do
the-
what you did to that old man and just run him over with your bicycle. That's all.
I could have got away with it too. I could have got away with it. Fuck.
maybe like first off, you can't do it too local to your place because that's obviously sketchy as fuck. But
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. Like where we live, like we're in a suburb. We're still in Mississauga, but like it's so dense that like even if I did something like 3 streets down, what are they gonna go ask every single house? No fucking way.
I mean, ultimately, if you're gonna plan to murder someone, I'm assuming that you have some backup money to set up this heist of yours.
No. This is under the assumption of us as we are.
Yeah.
As we are right now, and like just out of nowhere, I'm like, I have to go kill someone.
Can you get away with it?
I would like to think I can. I don't.
No
like,
way.
That's my point.
could
So how you
never.
doing it?
I could never.
How I do it? Probably if it's no one specific, like I had to go kill one single person, a gun to my head in my family. It's either them or you.
Correct. And you can't get caught.
I'd probably take a bicycle or and then try to go to like a hiking trail, and then just randomly when there's someone who's alone with headphones on, back of the head, hit them.
With your
Stash their body in
bicycle?
the woods. Oh, with something. Probably a weapon of some sort. Something that I can dispose of that doesn't have prints to me or attachment to me. Like something that's like barely used or not used for that reason, that I can get rid of it after.
Like a rock.
Bring gloves,
I don't think I would
all
use a
that good
weapon.
stuff.
I don't think I'd use a weapon.
How would you do it?
The thing is though, like
Chunk 'em out.
I'd be so scared that like some of your sweat particles,
Yeah,
or whatever, like
you
any
risk-
sort of
you risk
DNA,
your
I'd be so
hair.
scared.
Yeah, okay, sure. They risk that, but then they'd have to have my DNA to do it. So I'd have to be a suspect. But if I'm doing it to a complete random person and there's no way to tie me to the scene, how are they going to get my DNA to cross-reference anyway?
But what if they bite off some of your arm hair as they're going down?
It's the same thing. Then the cops need to go get my DNA to compare it to that. It's not like there's a big database that just
Oh,
says,
God.
we're gonna
I
test
see what
this,"
you mean.
and
I see what you
boom,
mean, yeah.
Lee shows up. Like they'd have to pull me
What about
aside.
your fingerprint?
I'd wear gloves. I'd wear gloves for sure.
Yeah, gloves for sure. I think gloves is a must.
Yeah,
Gloves and a hat. A hat's probably a must to just keep
Like,
your
what
hair.
kind of gloves are we talking? Let's say it's
I'd
in the
say-
summer. You're obviously not wearing gloves outside.
Rubber gloves.
Green.
Absolutely. Cleaning gloves.
In public.
I'd wear.
I'm
I'd wear
doing
like a-
nighttime. No, I'm not doing Lucas's thing about a hike. I'm not going hiking with gloves on. No, I'm doing nighttime
Okay,
shit for
no
sure.
matter-
Oh,
What?
nighttime does
No
actually. I
matter
didn't
what.
think about that, but nighttime's probably the best way. I
No
was gonna
matter
think like
what, if
sunset.
someone sees you outside wearing rubber gloves,
Yeah, but you put them on
That-
before you make the kill. You don't like walk around with them. Be like, hey guys, look what I'm doing.
so you
Welcome
have them,
back to
like,
another
in your
video.
pockets?
Yeah. What?
You have them like in your pockets.
Yeah, for sure.
So now, okay, like
And then-
now you're gonna
yo,
scramble to
legit
put them
though-
on. Before
Legit though, I think okay, let's say you kill the person however you want. If you torch the body, I think it's a wrap. I think you're done. How they catch you?
It's very loud and obnoxious though.
No, how
Someone's
the
gonna
hell are
find
you
out.
gonna torch the body, bro? Where are you bringing all these supplies from?
Well, I'm the kind of person like I would bring my car. I would take
Aw,
my
bro,
car.
you get caught.
No way, my car. You know how many white 2016 Honda Civics there are? Are you kidding? They're gonna arrest every mother in Canada.
No.
You're gonna get Derek arrested, bro.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Emma brought this up. She said even
Yeah.
with fingerprints, your print has to be in the system. I don't know,
Exactly.
man. I don't know if maybe they had a reason to. I'm sure all of us have granted access to our phones for our fingerprints.
Fingerprint. Yeah, hey,
Um,
that's fair, sure. But then, okay, were they gonna check every fucking cell phone in the country? No way.
Hey, who
No
can kill it? Who
way.
can kill it? King?
How do you know, bro?
But yeah, I'm saying is if you're able to torch the body, you're done. There's no
Okay,
way.
so you'd use your
Pop the
car?
teeth, torch the body. I'd take my car.
Pop the teeth, bro. How much stuff are you bringing? Like you have a fucking tool belt of all
If
the
I have my car, yeah, I have my tool bag and a jug of gasoline.
He's running around with a rucksack and
Easy.
rubber
I'm
gloves.
telling you how I'm getting away with it. I'm telling you how I'm getting away with it. I'm taking my car.
Where are you bonfiring this person?
Maybe
My windows are open, so my neighbors are probably like, "Yo, this guy's fucked.
Oh, fuck these guys. What's going on?
You get swatted tonight."
I would probably go to you see those old abandoned barns all over the country. I'd burn the barn down with the person.
All over the country, bro. Like, have you Google mapped this? How do you know they're all over?
I mean country, like no, I mean like all over the country roads, like when you're in the country. Like
Georgetown.
Yeah. Oh, yo, Georgetown's prime, bro. Prime.
I'd probably try to bury
Emma
them.
said,
over
Emma said it
burning.
takes a long time to completely burn it, so there's no DNA left.
I'll
and
bring
they smell
s'mores.
really
I'll
bad.
bring s'mores and hot dogs.
That is fucked.
You're gonna
No,
wait
I
there
agree.
with the victim.
I agree. I think it does take a long time. But if you
he feeds them s'mores.
bring acid and gasoline, there's no luck.
Like
Where
acid tabs? Acid
Are you kidding?
tabs?
Yo, you can get turpentine from Home Depot.
You're just popping acid before.
But then it's found out that you bought turpentine. Like,
Yeah.
People buy turpentine. It's sold at Home Depot.
Yeah,
Everyone buys
they're gonna
turpentine
track
all the time.
everyone who
Yo,
buys turpentine.
It's
they're gonna
sold
track
at
you.
Home
They're
Depot.
tracking you.
Like
Fuck.
it's so easy. It's so
No,
easy.
You know what though? You never know because something like that would be considered like a very gruesome crime. So then you know what they do? They cross-reference everyone at Home Depot. How many of them own white Civics? Boom, the list is far.
Yeah, but they're not gonna
north.
know They're not gonna know the white Civic bought the
Your,
bottle of turpentine.
your Civic can buy.
Yeah, yo, what kind of shitty car do you have? Your car can't buy shit. Whack, whack.
No, bro, I don't. You'd get caught.
What? How? How though? Where am I getting caught in there?
It'd trace back to you for sure.
Okay, how and where?
I just told you. I don't know. I don't work. If I knew the answers, I'd be like the world's best detective.
I don't
I
think
just
so.
don't think. I just don't think it's that
Especially if I
easy.
go somewhere. If I go somewhere real far,
You could
No
probably get
way.
away with it, like in Chicago.
you can get away with anything in Chicago.
Ain't
I don't
no-
even have to try. No, that's the only thing. I wouldn't even have to try. I can do it in broad daylight. People can see me. I'll get away with it in Chicago.
Have you ever thought about? Do you think you could poison someone to get away with it? Like, let's say you're late at night walking through a forest. There's usually kids. Like, I want to say kids. Sorry, I'm not trying to put kids into this scenario here. But if
That's
you're
fine.
someone who's
This guy's going.
who has like, let's say, Smirnoff ice bottles, you open them, refill them with what's that thing that people used to use to poison people all the time? It has like that liver, it causes crystals in the liver and kills them. Is it coolant? It's not coolant, is it? Anyway, they used to use it because it also, if you mix that with alcohol, and alcohol masks the taste, you can barely tell it's obviously something that's poisonous. Reseal the bottles, and when you see like belligerent 20-year-olds after a party on a Friday night or Saturday night, be like, "Yo, guys, I'm going home. My wife can't see this. Yo, you guys want these?" They'll take that and they'll chug that shit.
Yeah, that's
You just
poison's
walk
probably
away.
the way to go, bro.
And you just
That's
walk
true.
away.
That's a good one. Yeah, but here's the
Okay.
thing too: is like even when you're talking about all these like murderers and stuff from the '70s and stuff, they don't, again, yes, I understand that the technology was different and the networking and communication between different levels of authority was also whack. I get all that, but it was also because there were patterns that were built because they were repeat offenders, because they were serial killers. But I think if you just do a one-shot kill, see ya, I'm gone. There's no fucking way. There's nothing to look at. They're just like, ah.
So okay,
That's it.
Emma brought up this point. She said the Home Depot thing, buying acid, you got to pay cash, not have an account, and go to an out of town Home Depot. But the thing is,
Definitely.
if you're playing that, then you can't have your phone on you then, because then it's like, well, why did you go all the way out to this town and go to Home Depot
I don't-
here?
I don't even think it has to be an out-of-town Home Depot. I think it'd be an Intel.
Yeah,
Home
I think
Depot.
you can go to a local Home Depot. I mean, you can go to.
I don't think anyone
Do
was
a lot of
mad.
people pay cash nowadays? Like, I feel like that's so weird.
I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people.
I just paid with cash today for pizza. So
You're fucking whack, bro. You're a killer.
yeah.
This guy's gonna kill someone with pizza.
Leaves the
Body
crust out for 3 days. It gets real hard. Shank. Feed it to a squirrel. Boom. Weapon's gone. Oh, Lucas, you're on
this guy's
something.
thought of the best scenario.
Oh, you're on something.
No,
yo,
I
the
think
best thing is
this
an icicle, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, let that shit melt.
You think you could actually kill someone with an icicle though?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the
I've
ones that
seen-
fall off roofs, bro? They're like this long.
Yeah, I see. I've seen how
They're
big
big.
they are, but do you
They're
think you
this
could kill
big,
someone?
dude. They're huge.
Ooh, those like little. Like,
Oh, just above average. That's sick.
you think you could kill someone with one though? An
Yeah,
icicle?
if I jab
Yeah.
that like right up.
You don't
upwards.
think like yeah, it'll hurt, but you think that's going through my skull?
You need like the really
I think
a
you'll
perfect icicle.
I think
you
you'll
like the perfect-
puncture
What
the
if I
meat.
punctured your
You'll fuck
jugs?
up my
your jugular?
my jugs.
Like what if you make like
Yeah,
a block of
maybe.
ice in your
I don't
freezer
know.
and you just use it and you just pummel it right in the back of the head with like a nice like 20
Yo,
pound
what
block
about
of
a
ice.
bag of ice?
How big is your
Okay,
freezer?
yeah, no. A bag of
I,
ice.
you know,
You
you can fit a
you could
huge block.
easily use a bag of ice, like one from like a convenience store.
Yeah, you
That is
could.
hard enough to be a blunt force.
Okay, but the whole point is
Especially
now
the ones that are
the
fused.
bag has all the evidence. The whole point of the ice is that the evidence
no, then I'll
disappears.
take it out of the bag and hold it with my rubber.
And just hold
gloves
it.
that I'm
No,
wearing.
no, you're not gonna kill someone with that. It's gonna shatter over their head, and they might just be like, fuck. If anything, you knock them out. You're not
No,
killing.
I
them
don't
with
know. Some bags
No
of ice I
way.
bought where I'm like, yo, this is one piece.
that. Yeah, but
fun.
it's good when it's in the bag because then you keep it together and you have multiple blows. But if you take it out of the bag for the weapon to disappear, no way you're killing them. I don't
Yeah,
think
but then
you're
you hit them with it, they knock them out, and then you just suffocate them in the grass or whatever.
killing them. Okay, but yeah, my point is it's not all the ice. You're getting dirty.
in the
anyways.
grass. Stop it! Stop!
No,
Stop.
okay,
Little
here's the real question is because obviously we're all thinking about going to a gas station, getting the ice to do it. Which gas station did you have in mind?
7-Eleven.
Yes.
Which one?
The one Dairy and
Liz
and
Gardner?
Nine.
Oh, you share that one?
Yeah.
Interesting. I was thinking of the Petro Canada on Winston Churchill and Battleford.
No, you gotta go somewhere that doesn't have cameras.
Oh, that's the one that I always
I
go
think
to.
all
to
of them
gas
do,
up,
though.
yeah.
All of them have what?
No, all of them have like cameras. I guess
Oh,
gas stations typically do.
absolutely.
Okay, so what if instead you kill them with a block of wood, then use the wood for a campfire?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Or to build your deck. No one's gonna go inspect the wood that you built your deck with, especially
What
if
is
it's
red
if it's
veneer?
Especially if it was one of my posts and I just turned that side that's 6 feet down. Boom.
Yeah,
You're
in the
digging up
ground.
you're digging up my deck to inspect. No way.
Hmm.
No
But you
way.
think you could get away with it?
I think you get away with it.
Nah, man.
I think you get away with it.
That's stupid.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Next
the
next
thing.
joke of the week. Whoever loses.
Go kill someone. But it's
No,
a
that's
secret.
brutal.
Um,
Okay. Let's. Do you think you have what it takes to take a life
No.
in any
It
circumstance?
would live with. I would live with it forever.
in no
uh,
circumstance.
No.
Really?
You would live with me forever, but could I probably do it?
Actually, no. If
absolutely
I had
have
to defend myself, or my family, yeah,
That's what
I
I'm
could,
saying. Yeah, if you're
but-
defending, absolutely.
But I think I'd be haunted by that. I think for even if I did it in good faith.
No,
You
if
don't
I
think you'd have nightmares about it?
if I did it like to protect my family, no, I don't.
You don't think you'd have nightmares about it happening again?
Sweet dreams, baby.
I think the situation, like I'd have nightmares of the person,
Yeah. That's
oh,
what I
of
mean.
whatever situation caused me to kill them. Like let's say someone breaks into my house and is trying to kill my family. I'd have nightmares of that person breaking in, but I wouldn't have nightmares of me taking their life. I don't think. Again, this is all so easy to say, and you'll never know until you're in that situation. But I imagine if I'm given the reason to do it, I will do it. Perfectly sound of mind.
Interesting.
Probably be more hesitant in the moment, but I think after once it's done, it's done. I'd like to think. I don't know.
I want to go a little off topic here because something I remembered that made me laugh that I wanted to share with you. I'm not gonna say who I had this conversation with, but it made me laugh.
Do you
So-
think we could guess?
Yeah.
We won't guess, but like we'll know who it is. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So, a bunch of us are watching Blue Planet, one of the best documentary, and
Yeah.
we're talking about sharks, and actually it came up because we're talking about diving with whale sharks,
Mm.
and they were saying that Actually no, it wasn't. We were watching a Reddit video of there's a video of an orca. It's underwater of the boat camera, so from behind, and this orca out of the blue, you can see how quickly it catches up to like the speedboat, like effortlessly. And the person that I'm talking about said, "Oh, they can swim so fast because they use their fins to swim." And I was like,
Fuck off.
"They don't." I was like, "That is not how any fish or any sea creature uses their fins." I was like, "Yeah, or like this, yeah." And I was like, "No," I'm like, "They use their tail with the like, their tail is how they." And they're like,
The tail
"No,
fin.
no, it's definitely." They're like, "Are you sure?" I was like,
They're like
definitely.
flying.
That is so
It is-
funny.
I was like,
That
"It's
is
not-
so
it's
They
funny.
think
not
they're
like
legit
a-
just like
No, yeah, they think they like. I was
That-
like, no, that's not why. They
Actually,
can
to be
swim
fair,
fast.
I mean turtles do that, but yes,
But those aren't fins. Turtles, they got like little flippers.
they're fins, aren't they?
They're flippers.
What's the difference?
Flippers are flippers and fins are fins. Because I don't think I don't think like
They don't
fins
have
on like
water
sharks.
wings?
Fins don't like they don't like
They don't
control
have
them
joints
like this.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
they
see what you're
use
saying.
them just to like planes, like how planes use wings, like to their pitch and their
Yeah.
yaw.
Yeah, I see.
Yaw, bitch. That's what it's called.
I know it is. It was just.
What's the
it
why
was
is
just
everyone,
good.
what the fuck's the giggles about?
I didn't expect you
the
to
way
actually
you
know the
said it.
terminology.
Pitch and
And the way you
yaw.
s- Yeah, that's legit.
But anyway, sorry, I
that
had to
is-
bring that because I just
That
remembered
is so fucking funny. That is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Did you know, sticking on the topic of orcas, that they track them via footprints?
What do you
Because
mean, sorry?
their tail flap is so powerful that it leaves like a ring on the bottom of the. Well, actually, kind of both ways. It'll leave a ring on the bottom of whatever body of water in, whether lake, ocean, whatever. It'll leave a ring there. Also, as the uptick leaves, like you know when you go into a pool and you lift your hand like this, but you don't come out of the water, you'll see like the water kind of like bubble up and it'll do things
That's
like that
cool. I didn't know that.
their tail flap is so freaking powerful. That's why you see them launch seals like fucking 50 feet in the air.
Yeah, that's just fucking.
They
Jokes.
bitch slap the fuck out of like 150-pound
Jokes.
animal.
Yeah, they destroy them. They
30
send them
feet.
flying.
The way they
Basically
make Dwayne
almost
Rock,
into orbit, basically.
Legit.
no, the way they make the Rock seem in movies is the way orcas actually are in real life.
Yes.
Just
that's-
throwing people around, no problem.
That made me think
Do you
of something
think-
else. Do you know whales? You know how the whales like speak to each other, or maybe it's dolphins, but it might be whales. That they have like accents and like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have,
yeah.
like different dialects,
Yeah.
depending on where they're from.
I
I'm
think
like,
it is
bro,
dolphins. I
That
think it
is
dolphins.
crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's
some dolphins just
insane.
wouldn't understand other dolphins because they're like, "Yo, I'm not from here, bro."
Yeah.
You're the racist as well.
Do you
though?
speak any English? No español.
Gracias. This is France.
Fuck. Yo, do you think crabs think that fish are flying?
All the time.
Yeah, that's a hot take.
Hey, do you think they look at turtles and be like, how the fuck did he get that kind of shell?
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah,
living
maybe.
in it.
These crabs are really just, they're fucking armored.
That's why I'm always baffled by like how desperate was the first person to eat a crab. Like when you saw that thing, you're just like, nah,
think it was
that's
accidental?
Not, that's not edible. Maybe they got scared of it and they threw like a coconut at it or something and they split its shell and they're like, oh my god, there's some juiciness in there.
Oh my god.
Like it's gotta be something like that. Like there's no fucking way someone just ran up to that and was like, that's edible, I'm gonna eat it.
You think
No
if one person, like, because obviously most people probably try to eat all these animals raw first, but like, oh, that's not for me. Until the Japanese had salmon and we're like, yo, that's for me.
Boom.
But you think he just threw it into a fire by accident? He's like, I'm gonna try to burn it. It started to smell pretty good, actually. I'm gonna try it instead.
Maybe. You think they tried to eat it raw, like with the shell, and like just broke their teeth? That had to have happened like a dozen
Evolution,
times.
baby. Evolution. 100%.
A dozen times before people learned like, nope, not winning this one.
Well, they didn't have shells before, right? Crabs developed body armor based on their genetics.
Yo, could you imagine a soft crab? Well, I guess there are soft shell crabs, but like just like a meaty crab. That's so weird.
I've seen them on SpongeBob SquarePants, like
Yeah.
at the bodybuilding show.
Yeah.
That was a meaty crab, let me tell you.
The concept too, like, so Nikki and I, when we had been watching Planet Earth recently, not Blue Planet but Planet Earth, it was interesting that like when she was like, how do they just know this, or like how did that, like trying to explain like, oh, it's evolution, but then she's like, well, like how do they know, or like how does it just happen? And I was like, I don't know, like I don't know how
Like
to
what?
explain.
What do you mean?
Like
the animals?
How to find out that they've evolved that way?
I guess so, like, or explaining that it's like this has just happened because it's like this trait is favorable than over others, so it like it like thins out that, and it sometimes becomes like its own species. Like that whole concept is like fucking mind-boggling. That's
crazy.
That like when you think it started from like one place and has branched into like what it is now, like that's crazy shit.
Yeah, I think that's nuts. And it's funny because I see or I hear some people talk about like, oh, like, and maybe they're saying it sarcastically or in some form of exaggeration, but they're like, oh, yeah, I've evolved to do this and whatever. Like, you know how fucking long evolution takes?
Yeah.
Like, for you to say your ancestry evolved to do anything,
of generations, dude.
Like, not a fucking chance. Not a chance. You didn't evolve for squat.
Yeah, like even just the domestication of cats, the length that's at, and where it's still apparently we're not
Ancient
even there.
Egypt, baby.
We're not fully there, but we're actually almost at the stage of, not in our lifetime, but foxes will be able to be easily domesticated, like almost like dogs. Not as much as dogs, because dogs have been doing it for so long. But
yeah, would you ever get a raccoon?
If it was like fully domesticated?
You can. Well, apparently you can, and there's at a certain point in its age, and I don't know what it is, where it's either make it or break it. Where it's like, okay, I'm going to be docile, and I will be a home raccoon, or it just goes batshit crazy. And it's like, nope, you will never train me until the day I die. It's just at that fork where
I would do it. They're smart animals. They're not ugly.
They're cute.
Mad cute.
They're mad cute, especially when they stand on 2 feet and they're like holding shit. Those things are cute.
But I wouldn't have mine super fat.
I probably would.
He'll be your drinking buddy.
Hell yeah, fat raccoons are jokes. Fucking love fat raccoons.
Raccoons are pretty cool. They're pretty smart too. Actually, I don't know if you guys saw the video. Did Alex send it to you? The raccoon at, I think it was a raccoon in Mexico.
Oh yeah,
that took like the whole hamburger.
And no, I didn't see the video. You guys told me about it.
It dropped the bun like Alex did when he's like, I'm not even that drunk. That was also on the same Friday where we had been drinking pretty heavily in the morning or in the early afternoon, and we went to go get burgers. And like Alex grabbed his and like looks at the other food. I'm like, bro, are you like, how are you feeling, man? He's like, I'm feeling pretty good. I was like, well, I know you left the bottom bun of your burger in the tray with the rest of the other burgers. And he looks, and you know, like his laugh, he fucking grabs it. Like, bro, holy shit, this guy wouldn't even notice.
Yeah, I kind of miss those burgers. Those burgers are pretty good.
No, their chicken fingers were the best chicken fingers I've ever had in my whole life.
Okay, chicken fingers with or without ants?
Oh. The ants were an extra nice little crunch.
Je ne sais quoi. Yeah, so
it's like the sesame seeds on General Tao. You need it.
Yeah, that's a good question. I totally forgot about that too. You brought that up.
At one point, I forgot what day it was.
It wasn't the Friday. It was
maybe the
day
Thursday
before. Yeah, it was
the Wednesday or the Thursday.
And didn't remember really going to dinner, like the shower before dinner type thing.
So maybe it was Thursday. But yeah my sister had a little tray of food that she was giving to my nieces. My nieces finished eating. There was still a decent amount of chicken tenders and French fries in there, and she gave
wings.
Me, like,
there were wings too, right?
No, that's right. There were wings too. She's like, "Oh, Lee, like they don't want it. You want it?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." And I set it to the side, and I'm munching in there. And Matt and I are talking about like the chicken tenders. Like, "Oh, bro, like I got a tray there. Like, help yourself." And like we both eat like.
And they were like the ones cut in half too.
Yeah. So we eaten like at least 2 or 3 of them. And then, we keep drinking and we're having our fun. And then Matt goes back to it. And I think you took a bite and then you like,
I took a bite. Yeah.
And then you're like, yo, Lee, these are covered in ants. And I was like, what? Like, then, like how long? How many we eaten? I was like, I don't know how many ants we ate. Like it's too late now.
I wouldn't even have thought of it. Like,
they were great.
Who checks their food? Great. Who thinks about that? Like,
yeah, I didn't think.
It was crazy.
I would have known. If you didn't say anything, I'd have kept
I was literally stunned. I literally was like,
yeah.
I like took a bite and I was like, what the hell is that? And I was like, oh.
You know
And
what's
then I
funny
looked at
that-
the trail. I was like, oh my god.
It's everywhere. I'm like,
It's just funny
"What?"
that you say that because when you guys told me the story the first time, I was like, I don't think I looked at any of my food before I fucking ate it.
Well, I think it's because
Just,
like
covered in ants.
where I put it down, like I put it down next to a bush. So like obviously there's ants in that soil. And yeah, we didn't keep our eye on it. And
Don't
Man, I
we
got
find it
stung by
really
a bee. I got stung by a bee on the Friday too.
Yeah.
did you?
Yeah,
In that
great,
pool we were all at. Yeah.
Oh, what?
So lucky it was me, not you, bro.
Thank God, yeah, I fucking died out there.
a wedding to remember, the red wedding.
Shortest marriage, yeah, legit,
Red wedding.
legit. It's still a red wedding with everyone who got burnt.
Lobster wedding. So Lucas, I was telling Lee about this. I think when we were flying to Mexico. So before I was a lot into like the thalassophobia, which is like the fear of like the ocean or the open waters, and I was reading a bunch of articles on like it's called Point Nemo. So Point Nemo is the single. It's like a longitude and latitude that's the furthest point from any piece of land in the world. Any direction, it's at least 2,600 kilometers away from land, and to the point that they have like these races to this point that when there was frequently the racers, the closest people to them on Earth are the astronauts in space that are flying above. It's closer than the land around them. Yeah, crazy, bro. It's like literally there's a buoy there, right? It's called Point Nemo. But look it up. I was like, that is fucking insane.
I could never just not
Like,
even just not physically, but mentally I could not go there knowing that if something's underneath me, I have no escape.
You're done.
That's game.
You gotta go to space,
the other
bro.
thing
You
they
gotta go
said
to fucking
too.
space.
The other thing they said too is you literally cannot go in any wrong direction because any direction is bringing you
It's the right
closer to land. Yeah.
That's great. Okay,
Yeah.
you get
Well, not
dropped-
any direction. Not any direction.
No, realistically, like any direction because
except for down.
no down.
No, because
down
there's
is
definitely going to be a
No, I
certain
mean like
point.
in the water. I mean like
oh yeah.
yeah, except for that. Okay, you're dumped right in the middle. Boom, Point Nemo. What do? What's the first thing you do?
Just lay face down and hope I just drown.
Okay, decent. I think you could do better. I'd take my belt off immediately and strangle myself. I ain't waiting to die.
Why? I assume you don't have a belt.
I'm
'Cause
taking
I
the
don't have-
string off my fucking pants.
No. You're down naked. Or you got to choke yourself out with foreskin, or
Yeah. Hell yes. I'm finding the fastest way to kill myself.
well, you just hold down yourself with the buoy and just drown yourself.
You
Is
can't.
it possible
You can't
to
like
drown yourself?
forcibly. No, you can't.
You can't drown
Your
yourself.
body
yeah.
won't let you.
What do you mean? Your body won't let you.
Your
body
body will
physically will
naturally
stop you.
fight. As
Yeah.
soon as you're starting to die, you'll be like, nope, we're getting there. Like
Yeah.
you can't kill yourself.
I'll
This guy's
try
gonna.
it.
Can't drown
This guy's gonna try it tonight.
I'll try it.
That's fucked.
We don't see
Um,
Lucas next week.
Speaking, so then another point that got brought up was they're called rogue waves, and I was looking into this, and it's like waves that just like because of the wind current and stuff, get created in the open ocean. The biggest one ever recorded, 100 feet
Isn't that insane?
in
Could you imagine that?
1958. Like it was like relatively recent. It was in like Alaska's Latuya Bay, and it said when it ran ashore, it snapped it snapped trees that were 1,700 feet upslope from where the bay was. 5 people died, and the property damage was minimal though because there's like no one around there.
Can you imagine that though? Can you imagine standing in front of that wave?
100 feet?
Imagine
That's
knowing that
fucked.
imagine finding out one of your relatives died from a rogue wave that was 100 feet. Like they got snuck up by a rogue wave.
Fuck that.
Not even a tsunami, a rogue wave. That's painful to hear.
A what?
A rogue wave.
A tsunami?
A tsunami.
Guys,
I said tsunami. That's not bad.
a tsunami. You can't tune a piano.
Tsunami.
Oh,
Oh man, I forget what trip it was. My brother and I were talking about potentially doing, but it involved you had to get on a ship and go through. I think is it called Drake's Pass? I think it's down below Africa or maybe South America. I forget where it is, and fuck, I'll have to look it up. But it's just this one path that you have to go through where the waves and the water are so rough, like ships go down all the time. There, you just gotta the boat's just fucking rocking for like a day straight while you're trying to get through this.
The motion sickness would destroy
As
you.
oh yeah, and I'm that guy who like on a rocking boat, I'll puke my brains out. So I was like, yeah, we're not doing this trip because I'll die out there. I will die.
When we used to go to Myrtle Beach, when we would swim, back when I was more confident when I was younger as a kid swimming in the open ocean, like we'd go pretty pretty far out. Like some of the waves that we would get, not even that far out, like could have been maybe like 8 feet, like when they're coming up.
Oh
and you try
yeah,
to catch it when it's like curling, so you can like ride it in.
yeah.
Bro, those when you'd see those waves coming, you're like, that is like one of the biggest waves like I've ever seen in my whole life. Like that shit
Absolutely.
is like, you're like, oh my god, it's monstrous. Like I couldn't imagine 20, 30-foot waves, let alone 100 feet. Like that, I can't even fathom what that would look like.
Dude, when I see those videos, there was a beach like that, or there is a beach like that in Trinidad called Ruckus, where it's the same. Like we'll be in water that's literally up to our knees, and the waves are like 3 feet over our head. Like it's massive waves. But like I watch those videos of like people surfing and stuff, and they're in these like waves that are like look like buildings, and it's like taking them like 3 minutes to get down this wave. I'm like, what in the fuck? Like, how do you look at it and be like, yeah, let's rock this thing? No.
The
There's a whole
adrenaline
ass
must be surreal.
there's a whole ass whale in that wave. I'm not playing with that.
Yeah, I've seen videos of like where you'll see like
I've seen
sharks
that.
and stuff like through them.
Yeah.
swimming
Yo, no.
near them. Like that's crazy.
And dolphins decking the surfers right off their board.
Did you ever see that
So
episode
good.
of Oprah, like way back when I was a kid, of this girl who got her leg bitten off while
But a
surfing?
shark?
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a movie about her, I think.
Terry Fox.
There probably is.
Scary Fox.
Wow. How dare you insult our Canadian
Yeah,
hero.
he's there. Isn't he like our?
He is like
Boy.
a national hero.
And he was decked out
Holy
in
shit.
bling during the ride, the trucker. What did they call it? Freedom Convoy.
Freedom
Freedom
Convoy,
That's
yeah.
right. That's what it was.
They decked him out out of respect.
You gotta
Like, this
kick-
guy needs some ice, baby.
It had some cool shit. It's not like it was some like weak ass like
He's
mocking
repping
stuff. Like it
Canada,
was like
baby.
it was like a Roots hat.
Yeah, it was like a Roots hat, and he had a Canada flag draped around his shoulders.
That's pretty cool.
We respect
Yo,
him.
can we believe that COVID's like a thing of the past? Like no one really talks about it anymore.
Yeah, we're not fully out of the waters yet, but
except like the airports and shit. But like,
yeah. Well, I mean, people talk. The news still talks about it a lot, and some people are still, oh my god, the 1759th wave. There's all these cases today. Like, no one cares. But it's still out there.
yeah, Emma said sorry. The one I'm talking about might have been about her arm, and the movie was called Soul Surfer, not Silver Surfer. Common misconception. Not the Marvel hero.
Oh, Galactus.
With the
Yo,
arm
Silver Surfer, by the way, was like one of my favorite Marvel characters back in the day.
He was a pretty cool character.
He was like in line with Venom, and when they did that Fantastic Four movie with Silver Surfer, disappointed, bro. I would love to see
Of
a
course.
newer version of Silver Surfer.
Did you watch
Yeah.
Venom 2?
No, not yet.
Because that would have also ruined Venom for you. Because I think that movie sucked.
That sucks because Woody Harrelson's awesome.
Yeah.
Was
very
it that bad?
disappointing. I think it
I
was
haven't
one of the
seen
worst movies I've ever seen. Like, hands down.
Whoa.
After I watched it, I told Camille, like, don't watch it. One of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Wow.
Like
I'm
out
gonna
of
watch
10.
Morbius. I gotta find out of 10.
I heard Morbius was trash.
I want to watch it just to
No
see how bad it is.
surprise.
Venom 2, I'd give it like a 3 out of 10. I think,
So-
and the 3 is just because of its cast. Like, that brought up its points.
So you've never watched a movie that was a 1? I don't even know what a 1 on my movie scale. Like it'd probably be like a musical or something. I'm not really.
It'd have
big
to be
on
like one of those like indie movies like they put on Netflix that has like
I've seen one.
created in Canada. That has like no names you recognize and all that shit.
Oh,
I don't know if
actually, I watched one with Nikki that was super weird like that. Like the ending was very like. It didn't answer really like any of the questions.
I don't know if I talked about this with you guys. Did you guys ever watch Tenet?
No,
Yes, I did.
I was gonna watch it on the way home, but instead I watched Fast 9, and let me tell you, was I
Yo.
disappointed with how much of that shit was crazy.
Tenet though was so fucking confusing that Emma and I just stopped. We just stopped. I was like, I don't know what the hell's happening. Like I can't.
It's insane.
I heard
Like,
you
once you
said-
start catching
I-
on, you're like, oh,
I have no problem with saying I'm too stupid for that movie. That's like a Brainiac movie. I'm too stupid for it. I was like, you know what? Like I thought, like okay, maybe if I don't understand everything, it's fine. I'll just be entertained. Still watch it. Nope, I couldn't. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
I started
Getting this
catching
shit.
on at the very end because it's very confusing, and the
He's
end
lying.
really is what answers all of it
He
throughout
still
the
doesn't even
course.
know. He doesn't even know what it is.
I think trying to explain the
I've heard
plot,
it
I
was
have no
very
idea.
good though. I heard people say it was really good.
Okay.
The movie I'm talking about, Netflix. Watch it if you're like. I would rate it low just because like I didn't really know what the hell happened or what it was about. It's called Hold the Dark. You know who's in it? You guys seen Batman, or both of you guys saw Batman or not yet? You know the guy who plays Inspector Gordon, the
black guy?
black guy, yeah. Or he's also in the new James Bond. He's also
Commissioner Gordon?
no, it's back then
Inspector.
he's Inspector.
Is he Inspector? Okay.
I have no idea. I just said that.
No,
This guy.
I think he's talking shit, but
Commissioner Gordon.
Jeffrey Wright is the actor's name.
Okay.
what's the movie name?
You just said.
Hold the Dark.
Oh, sorry.
It sucks. Like it's not
Is it
that
horror?
it sucks. It's just no. It's basically like it's in like a town of a bunch of First Nations. Is that the right terminology to use? I don't know.
I don't know anymore.
It's-
Indigenous? Is
but
it? I don't even. I don't know the
indigenous
right-
maybe because like when I was growing up, it was Aboriginal and that was fine.
Correct, and that's not okay anymore. That's not okay.
It's
anymore.
not okay anymore.
No, Aboriginal is not okay anymore. Legit.
Is
I
it
know
really
that.
not?
Cause I don't know, but I just know it's a no bueno. I'm pretty
What?
sure it's just First Nations and Indigenous is okay.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up because I want to know why. But
No.
basically, it's about
Hey,
that.
Ron
and, like,
Perlman saying that Indians wasn't okay.
Because doesn't Aboriginal basically mean you're not?
you're
not
not
original.
original. You're Aboriginal.
Yeah, I could be wrong on that. Maybe that's not how the English language works. But anyways, go on.
So unoriginal, bro.
So basically, it's an indigenous community, and like one of the kids goes missing, and it's like the third or fourth kid, and they keep trying to say that it's the wolves taking the kids, but it looks like it's a murder, but they don't. It's basically like them exploring that because the guy that they bring in is a wolf expert, and he says like this doesn't. Nor like this is a very rare occurrence, so for it to happen like this many times, like it's not. It's weird.
That sounds neat.
It,
That sounds
it,
neat.
it does. The concept is, but then when you watch it, you're like, the end is literally so like, what the fuck is this? Like, what am I supposed to take away from this? Well, watch it. Let me know what you think. It's
I actually Googled the definition of Aboriginal, and I don't see why it's offensive. Because it just says inhabiting or existing in a land from the earliest times or from before the arrival of colonists. It sounds accurate.
so
maybe it's because
okay. Here's one of the reasons why.
okay.
The etymological. I don't even know what etymological means.
Gotta Google that next.
Edible.
So hold on. Oh, and when the first thing when you look up etymology, it's Aboriginal. The study of the origin of a word.
Okay.
So the origin meaning of the term indigenous comes from the Latin word indigena, which means sprung from the land or native. Therefore, using indigenous over aboriginal reinforces land claims and encourages territory acknowledgement.
Prefer,
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
it's not insensitive. It's just incorrect.
Well, I think it's also because Aboriginal is in relation to colonists, so it's not even. I don't know if I'm going to be able to articulate this point properly.
Aboriginal was initially used as a replacement for Indian and Native.
Oh, interesting.
Which is, again, the website I'm looking here is at indigenousawareness.canada.com.
Well, boom. Oh my! It's already 10:32.
10:32. Let's do our what we're thankful for, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right. I am grateful for honestly a perfect wedding vacation. I wouldn't change a damn thing. The day itself, perfect. It was perfect.
I'm thankful that Lee's optimistic about that shitty wedding we went to.
Yeah, he's really happy enough. It wasn't that good.
I'm thankful I didn't get sick during the wedding, but I got sick when we got back because I would have been so mad being sick on vacation. There's nothing more annoying.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I'm thankful that I had a great roommate in Alex, and that we did lots together, and he was a great travel partner. So I would definitely go away with Alex. Yeah, I would definitely go away with Alex. And I don't know if he feels the same way about me, but I would go away with Alex again.
I heard he didn't. He doesn't feel the same way.
Yeah, he actually doesn't even talk to me anymore.
This guy shits so loud in the morning. Never again.
Yo, Lucas can attest to that. We went to the washroom during one of the dinners, bro. It was
So
like
first off, I'm sorry. I know time's up, but we just have to say this one quick story. So we were at the
we were
steakhouse,
at a la
like the
carte.
Texas,
This is our a la carte dinner.
a la carte Texas steakhouse that we booked. And I had to go to the bathroom really bad. I'm like, yo, I can't hold anymore. So I went to the bathroom. As I entered the cleaning crews there, I'm like, oh man, I can't. And they're one per stall. So there's two of them. And they're both taking up both the stalls. So I go pretend to pee, wash my hands, and leave. Sit down for a bit. And I was like, yo, I have to
but
go.
while you were coming to sit down, I was going to the washroom, and Luke's is like, bro, they're cleaning the stalls. I was like, because I got like all of a sudden I got the wave of like, because this was at the end of the trip, and that's where I started getting like the upset stomach in the mornings or just like throughout randomly at night. And I was like, yo, I gotta go. And he's like, they're cleaning the stalls. He's like, I didn't even go. I was like, what? I was like, I have to go like now, dude. so then Luke is gone. Yeah.
So I went back out with Maddie. I'm like, hopefully they're gone by now. So we turn the corner. I'm like, oh, okay, looks like they're clear. They look me dead in the eyes as I enter the back in the bathroom. I'm like, yep, they know I'm about to fuck up their day. Like they're gonna have to be back for a new sanitization.
And I wish
literally
the stall that I grabbed, so there was two. I grabbed the further one. I don't know why, and I was in first. The fucking lock, first of all, doesn't lock. So I'm sitting in there.
Both feet on the door.
No, thank God I didn't, bro. I would have blown the door like clean off if I put my feet against that door. I had to like lean forward and hold the door while I was taking a dump, and literally like it was like as soon as I got my pants off, I legit like I think I lived up to the term of like literally blowing up the toilet.
So Maddie was like, bro, it's gonna be loud. Like, and as a typical guy thing, I'm like, don't worry, bro. Like we're all loud here. So I thought I was gonna be loud. He completely masked my voice. It's as if I tried to yell over an airplane jet. Like there was no way that you would hear me. And like, I couldn't even hear myself think because I just heard Maddie literally like popping popcorn in the other stall at Mach 5, bro.
Dude, it literally sounded like you squeezed a whoopee cushion.
Oh, yeah, it sounded like someone did
like
it right
a
against your ear. yeah, it's a microphone. It's a microphone. Makes good sense.
Yo,
it's crazy. I've never seen. That was legit what you'd call what butt yelling? Yelling out of your butt.
Butt scream.
Yeah, butt scream.
Yo, and what made me even funny was as soon as it happened, him and I burst out laughing. Well, and so I'm like leaning over.
Someone's in the bathroom with us, and so I thought it was Maddie who was done pooping. So I start like talking to me like, bro, you killed it out there, like complimenting him. And this other person was in the bathroom, washes his hands, leave. And Maddie starts talking to me again. I'm like, oh, you're still in the stall? What the fuck was that?
Bro, the people that heard it were probably like, I'm never going in that washroom again.
Fuck those guys. Get them off my
He probably was warning the guys, like, you guys have to get right back in there.
Oh
One
my
Yeah, it was the Texas Steakhouse. It was called like they had played country
Toro.
music and everything.
It's called Toro. Yeah.
Toro, but yes, what Texas Steakhouse?
Yeah, Toro's in Texas.
Yeah. I was gonna say, is it a Texas steakhouse if it's in Mexico? It's just
That was the theme. Though. The theme was
theme.
Texas.
Sure, yeah, I guess. Sure, I guess it makes sense.
It's
Just as
Texican.
there's a French restaurant in Mexico. You're right.
Mexican. Why aren't people from Texas Texicans? That'd be so funny.
We can start calling them that. But yeah, dude, like literally that washroom experience was like one of the high points of the trip for sure.
Yeah, it showed that we're still kids because we're laughing over like fart jokes. Bro, I was crying.
Like no joke, if I had my feet against the stall door and I farted like that, I would have like kicked the door off the hinges.
Taken
no
off, go through the wall.
No doubt, dude. No doubt. Yeah, it was legit like a speaker was hooked up to a whoopee cushion. That's like the best way to explain how loud it was.
So fucking funny.
And that's what Alex had to deal with in the
morning in the hollow bathroom. It was echoing like when you're singing at a church choir.
So glad I missed that.
To make it worse, like I would like giggle after. So if the fart didn't wake him up, me laughing for sure.
Alex had to hear you ruining his morning and then laughing in his face about it.
Oh gosh.
I should have recorded it. I should have recorded the audio, to be honest.
Yeah,
so I could have shared that. Time. Yeah. But anyways, that wraps up our show. We'll see you guys next week.
What a great way to end, guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
See ya. Oh, my mouse is dead. Awkward.
Yikes.